It's Wednesday, February 6th. I'm Wayne Moore. This is Evening Update. At the top of the news, it could now be days before Highway 97 between Peachland and Summerland is open after a large crack opened up Wednesday morning. The crack, which started about 10 or 15 feet above the current extent of the slide, continuing 50 feet north and south, forced crews to get off the rock face. The area is now being reassessed. It was hoped the highway could at least be partially open today. However, those plans have now been scrapped. Ministry officials don't have a new timeline. The highway has been closed since a second rock slide hit on Saturday. Power around the slide area from Peachland to south of Summerland was shut off this morning at the request of the Transportation Ministry. Dag Sharman with BC Hydro says the request was made for safety reasons around the slide. About 649 customers were affected. The system was reconfigured to provide power to those in the affected area. Safety in Vernon's downtown core emerged as one of the top concerns during a meeting of business owners, service providers, and city officials Thursday. The two-hour meeting covered a wide range of topics on homelessness and the impact it is having on the downtown core.
I think right now businesses they're really looking for solution-based answers, and I don't think we're at a point in time right now that we can really provide that. So I think this is a great start to bring everybody to the table, to have those conversations, to start that dialogue. But ultimately, I think when we start looking at those solutions, this is something that the city really does need to take to heart.
Annette Sharkey with the Social Planning Council said she believes businesses feel their concerns haven't been heard, and the meeting was meant to allow people to have a voice. The extreme temperature drop across southern BC has caused most people to hibernate indoors, but some don't have that luxury. Kelowna's Gospel Mission has been at capacity providing shelter and heat for the homeless. Some, however, have chosen to remain on the street.
The good thing is that we're open 24 hours for everybody. It means that we're a lot busier, especially during the day, because people tend not to go outside. And what we're doing at night is for those who are maybe outside and don't have a bed, if they want to come in, we certainly let them come in, have a cup of coffee and warm up. Well, obviously they need to make sure that they're equipped, and so we've got sleeping bags, blankets, that sort of thing for them. And there'll always be a handful of people that choose not to stay in a shelter for whatever reason, and so we want to make sure they're taken care of. But they can come see us and get the supplies they need to stay out in this kind of weather.
Benson says there is always a need for blankets, jackets, warm clothes, gloves, hats, toques, socks, all those sorts of things. Police are seeking the public's help in a 2-month-long search for an alleged armed robbery suspect. 29-year-old Michael David Trotsky is wanted on outstanding warrants. He's described as a First Nation male with black hair and brown eyes. Vernon, Salmon Arm, and Sycamoose RCMP say Trotsky is wanted in relation to a series of events over a 2-month period, including the armed robbery of a delivery driver in Salmon Arm in December. Fire investigators say an early morning blaze at a home in Rutland is not deemed suspicious. The fire on the 300 block of Rutland Road South sparked just before 7:30 a.m. Fire crews helped the two people inside exit the home. However, the family cat was not as fortunate. The fire is believed to have started in the downstairs fireplace. Police officers found a person's body inside a drug lab at a Richmond house on Wednesday. In a search for a missing person, Richmond RCMP and Vancouver police officers first checked an apartment near Boundary Road and Kingsway in Vancouver. No one was inside that apartment, but there were signs of drug production. Shortly after, at about 3 a.m., police found a clandestine drug lab at a residence on Richmond's Princeton Avenue. Inside, they discovered the man's body. A Penticton photographer snapped shots of what can only be described as miniature ice volcanoes Tuesday. Douglas Druin of Douglas Druin Photography shared his photos to social media to great acclaim in local groups. The cold weather this week has led to some neat formations of ice and snow in Okanagan Lake. Druin said the wind has pushed up the ice to create these amazing little conical sculptures. Environment Canada has released a special weather statement in effect for Metro Vancouver, including Burnaby and New Westminster. Snow is now forecast for the south coast on Thursday and Friday, followed by more bitter cold and Arctic winds Friday night and Saturday as well. Okanagan weather, that snow on the coast, is expected to also make its way towards us. The forecast calling for flurries, periods of snow both Thursday and Friday, but it'll be a bit warmer with daytime highs to -5, overnight lows to -10. Coming up tonight and tomorrow, more supportive housing for Kelowna, but we just don't know where or when. The ice wine harvest is in full swing. For details on these and the rest of the day's news, keep it here at castanet.net. For Castanet News, I'm Wayne Moore.